What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival, and I wanted to give you an update on the blog and what I've been doing to it the last several days. I've been very busy. For those of you who still visit the site on a frequent basis, you will notice a lot of the changes, but I wanted to do a video and kind of give you an update on every change that I've made. We'll start with the menu. Nothing's really changed with the About page. I still have both of my books that you can check out if you haven't already. The first big update is the team info information. You'll notice here I have 1A teams, AA, historical, toughest stadiums, and I put the rosters page in this section. This is the same rosters page as there was before, where it kind of gives you info on how to get the named rosters. But I want to show you the team info. We'll start with the 1A teams. You'll notice here that I have an interactive table to where you can sort however you wish. It breaks down every single 1A team by their preseason rank, of course the team name, the conference, and the division that they are in. As you can tell with Tennessee, it's SEC East. Their overall ranking, their offensive ranking, defensive ranking, special teams ranking, program prestige, and to the far right, and if you click within the table you can move to the right and it shows academic prestige. So what's great about all this is you can sort it. If you want to look at the top teams by overall, you can. Now, one point I want to make out, and this is the way data works, especially like in Excel. Like if I click on the offensive tab, it shows A+ for USC, then nothing but B's. But after the B's are the B+. I wish they would put B+ before B and then B-, but just it doesn't work that way when it comes to data. So if you're going to sort by looking for who's got the best and worst, whatever, just keep the plus and minus thing in mind, and the fact that they will put the normal letter first, and then they will go B+, B+, then B-. And it's no different for your overall, your defense rating, special teams. Program prestige, it's just 1 through 6 stars. So here are your worst teams in terms of prestige. Then you got your best. No different with academic prestige. We also have a search function, which is really handy. So I can type in, just start typing in anything. I was going to type Tennessee and 2 names popped up, and you can kind of look at their stuff there. So that's really cool. You need to pay attention to what I've written up here. It says below is an interactive table that lists all 1A teams that you can sort and find useful information. You can sort the table by any of the columns as well as the ability to search within the table. The table is quite large, so you may have to scroll to the right of the table to see everything, which is what I've done. You just click anywhere inside the table, that way you can scroll to the left and to the right if need be. Thankfully, it depends on your computer and what Zoom you have. So you may have to scroll to the right to get all the information. Also, this is especially true for those who are looking on their phones. I'm on my phone all the time. When I'm looking at the website or the blog, I look at it on my phone 24/7. So that means you're going to have to scroll to the right a whole lot more when you're looking at it on your phone, or you can also flip your phone on its side and it should show more of the information. So just wanted to point that out. But all 119 1A teams are listed. Go all the way down to the bottom, preseason ranking, and I'm thinking Florida International, they got them ranked at the very bottom. Okay, let's go to AA. No different, except there's no rankings for these. You could just sort them by an alphabetical order of the team, the conference, overall, offense, defense, special teams, program prestige, which is going to be a 1-star for everybody, and academic prestige. As you can tell, we have the entire Ivy League with a 6-star academic prestige. Again, interactive table, you can search, do whatever you want to. Now we'll break down the historical teams. I don't do much with the historical teams. I'm too busy doing stuff in Dynasty like the rest of you probably are, but I have them in here anyways. As of now, they are sorted as is by alphabetical order and then the year. So Alabama, all of theirs, Arizona, blah, 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 Arizona State, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But if you click on the team, it'll literally break down by the year. So if you have a particular year you're looking for, that's another way to do it. And of course, they got the overall offense and defensive ratings. Then we'll go to toughest stadiums. And what I might do here, I mean, this is the top 25 toughest stadiums according to the game. Again, you could rank, you can sort by rank, stadium name, team, the location, nickname if it has one, and the stadium capacity. What I might do is, I'm going to keep this on here, but I'm thinking about going up to both the 1A and 2A teams and maybe adding all of their stadium info here. That way you don't have to go back and forth and whatnot. So I may do that at a later time. But hopefully the team info stuff will be very useful for you. It's been useful for me. I just kind of go on the fly, look up different things. Okay, now for some more fun stuff. Let's go over to plays. Boom. Humongous list. I've added a ton of stuff, so we'll just break everything down. We'll start with Hail Mary. I added those 3 plays. There's not much to it. But if you hover over the play section, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've covered every single play in the game. Offense and defense. I've added Maryland I. Not much to it there. Power I. And Power T. There's 2 formations in this set. And then I added the goal line stuff. Now, I broke both offense and defense here. Seemed a little more convenient. The goal line offense plays and just the goal line defense, which there's not much to it. Next, we'll go to the defense. I've had some requests for this, and now you finally got it. I decided just to put all the formations in here. There's like only 6 or 7 types of defenses in this game, so it just seemed easier just to put them all on one page. So you got the 4-3, and if you notice, the 4-3's got a ton of plays. 3-4, nickel, dime, 44, the 5-2, the 3-3-5, and last but not least, the 4-2-5. So you can have a blast with all that. Let's see, and special teams. We cannot forget special teams. I've done the same thing with this like I've done with goal line. You got special team offense and special team defense. Now, I haven't anything, the resources, sliders, and settings. Disclosure, I mean, this is law for me to put this on here. Anytime I'm using affiliate links anywhere on the site, I have to put that somewhere saying, hey, I'm using affiliate links. And I use these sometimes in some of my posts, but a lot of it's right here under resources. And you've been here before. If you click on any of the images, you'll go straight to Amazon. And I get a commission for it if you buy anything after that. So I just wanted to put that out there. You can click on PS2, Xbox. It does the same thing as these 2 images. PS2 component cables, no different. Just click on the image or the link. It'll take you to Amazon to buy one. I did change this. Before I had an 8 megabyte memory card. Well, now I'm using a 128 megabyte memory card, and I love it. That's more amount of space than you'll ever need for NCAA 06 or, I mean, for your PlayStation 2 for that matter. I'm sorry to all the Xbox people out there. I just don't do anything with Xbox. I could put an Xbox memory card there if I want to, but I just don't use one. That's why I don't recommend it, even though I'm sure they work fine. Next is useful links. I've added a bunch of stuff here. Mostly football related as opposed to just gaming related. Of course, Operation Sports, it's got a great forum there where you can just check on some old school stuff. Every now and then people still post some stuff on there. Then it gets into a lot of the football arena stuff. Smart Football, Sports Treatise, those are my 2 go-tos. Football Study Hall, Riley Colsty Football. This is a new, these 2 guys that are just really coming up and putting a lot of great information out there. Bruce Ian, I love his side. He's got just a ton of stuff. Football X's and O's, that is the best database on the internet, just to look up any type of playbook that has been made public. Match Quarters, it's just a site dedicated to the quarters coverage defense and defending modern offenses. Football is life. There's a lot of flex bone stuff in here, among other things. I Coach to Win, just another good strategy site, and Obsessed with Offense. It's purely offense. A lot of good stuff there. So hopefully some of this will be useful for you. It's been very useful for me. I had way too many bookmarks on my phone, and I go to these frequently just when I'm thinking of an offense or a defense. So it seemed easier just kind of put them all in one place right here. Okay, contact, nothing's there. Okay, let's go back to the home page. If you go over to the right here, it says subscribe, never miss a post. In the past, I've used an email client before where you could just subscribe to the blog. That way you don't miss any of my posts. I'm using a different mail client, so if you were subscribed to an older one that I had, you may want to subscribe to this one and delete the old one. Otherwise, I'm not sure if you're going to get updates from the old one. I'm just not really sure. But at any rate, you can put in your email address here and then just click Join the Revival, and you'll never miss any of my posts. And speaking of, I've already written 2 posts within the last couple days, and I think they're very useful. The first one is Dynasty Ideas. We'll click on it. And this is just a bunch of Dynasty ideas that I've used over the years to kind of get your juices flowing if you're running out of ideas on what to do in Dynasty. You can, start with an established powerhouse or an emerging one, revive an older powerhouse, pick a bottom 5 feeder, and the way I have this set up is for each one of these groups, I have a brief summary of each one, then I give you a list of teams that I think you should look at, and then just my personal experience, like which one have I used in the past, so on and so forth. Then you got non-Power 5 invites. This is the one this is like the most popular Dynasty idea out there that I know of. Then you got the nerds. No offense to all the academic guys out there. I'm kind of doing that right now with Yale. Independence and military. That's another good option. And then the 1AA to 1A rebuild. Again, this is what I'm doing with Yale. And so on and so forth. And of course at the bottom, if for whatever reason you forget to subscribe to the website, you can always do it at the bottom of each post. So we'll go back and we'll check out the last post I wrote. It's called Cycle Offenses. I was really excited about writing this, and I'm glad I got it out there. This is just a good way to, if you're stumped on one type of offense you want to run, but you don't want to make an offense that's way too complicated. I created this concept to where you basically have like one formation as your base, and you just cycle through each of the plays that I suggest. A lot of that got stemmed from the original one-back spread offense. If you click on this link, it goes to smartfootball.com. It breaks down Washington State's 1997 offense when Ryan Leaf was dominating. And that's kind of what they done. They ran everything got an ace spread and ran through about the same 6 or 7 plays over and over again and put up crazy numbers. So that's the idea behind the cycle offense. And I've listed, I think, 8 different ones. We'll just go through each one of these real quick. Original one-back spread offense. I have it broken down. It's like a summary, and then I'll give you the actual formation. And then it breaks down every single play in that formation that is related to this particular offense. Anything in purple is passing plays. Anything in red is run plays. Think P, purple pass, red run. Next, pro-style offense, the I-normal formation. You can't go wrong with that. It's just got a great balanced set of plays there. Then the West Coast offense, a lot of dink and dunk, but I went the old school out with this. I was thinking Bill Walsh, a lot of under center, and believe it or not, Pro Twins has a lot of good underneath stuff. A lot of fun there. Then you got spread option offense, and like I said, the spread option term is loosely based nowadays. So, but I kind of defined it as, just a gun offense with multiple receivers that heavily focuses on option football. And the gun 2-back slot really does a good job of this because it's got like 3 different option plays on top of some good play action off of that and some drop back if need be. Flexbone, triple option offense. Maybe my next dynasty down the road, I'm thinking about maybe doing this. The more I practice this, the more enjoyment I get out of it because there's more depth to the run game here than I originally thought. If you look here, there are 12 plays just out of flex bone normal alone that you could do some serious damage with. 7 of them being run plays. All of them are very good. Then you got play action off of that and drop back if you need it. Air raid offense, I mean, I've written a book on it. Probably my favorite offense to do out there because you know me, I just love to throw the football a lot. And gun trips really nails down what the air raid is all about. It's just a lot of, it's like West Coast, but in the shotgun and more passing, more or less. And there are 11 great pass plays out of gun trips alone, and a little bit of a run play if you need it. The run and shoot offense. If you watched my first and only season of my Hawaii dynasty, I tore it up with a run and shoot. Put a lot of crazy numbers on the board. Tons of fun. The best formation for this is gun spread, without a doubt. What's really neat about this, and you'll read this if you haven't already, is all of the main base pass plays are all on the left side of the screen when you're looking through gun spread. So it's organized pretty neatly, and I like that. Then you got the power shoot offense. I've done 2 videos on that. Gosh, has it been 2 years? It's probably at least been 2 years since I put those videos up there. But the power shoot is a lot like the run and shoot, except it's at an ace normal. It's more tight end oriented, a ton of motion, and a ton of deep ball with a vertical run game if you need it. A lot of fun. If you haven't checked out those 2 videos, I have them right here in these links. And of course, when it comes to the cycle offense, or any of these cycle offenses, of course you can expand your offense to do more than one formation, but I've ran every single one of these offenses, and I'm here, just trust me when I say this, you don't need to go hardly beyond that one formation. Use it as your base until you get to the goal line or whatever, and if you don't feel comfortable at the goal line or some other particular situation, then you can change it up. By all means, there's no rules with this, but this gives you a really nice template for whatever type of offense you want to run in your next dynasty. So I think that's it. Again, I just want to thank you for all your support on the YouTube channel. I'm getting a lot of great feedback from there. I hope you're enjoying the dynasty videos. But from here on out, I'm going to be doing a lot of both videos and really dedicating myself to the blog. I actually enjoy the blog more than the videos because I like teaching people how to do different things and showing others what 06 really has to offer. So that's it. That's all I got. Have a happy Memorial Day weekend, and I'll talk to you later.